good. All right. Shalom. First and foremost, as always, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
I want to give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who taught us His truth. And we want to give a sincere shalom to the elect out there teaching His truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay, we're going to get into primarily how the Lord is tearing things up right now. Okay, and you know, there's so much going on, and you know, when you look at what's going on as far as these people are concerned, all right, everybody's picking a side now. You know, the Lord is letting these people show their heart, which is your mind. Okay, you know, you got people that are flipping out over what was it, Israel and Iran. All right, you got people flipping out over what's going on in Gaza because they're talking about making camps in there. You know, digitally monitored camps over there. You know, I'm not trying to speak too much because, you know, they'll flag it because you can't talk about the 48ers, the Tel Aviv 1948ers. And then over here in Babylon, you got this election frenzy going on, and you know, these people, they're being a lot more vocal now than they used to be. Okay, and you got all these people that are, especially Jakes and Eve, that are out there supporting all this abortion and all this bullshit, man. But that's just the Lord preparing the answers from their tongue, man. In fact, I'm going to start with this scripture before we go into 1 Thessalonians. It just popped in my head.
And also too, Russia is now trying to putting troops in putting North Korean troops in Ukraine now too. So that's just stirring up the pot even more.
Yeah, we're going to get into that too. This is Proverbs 16:1. The preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. Okay? So these people that are letting their wickedness out, right? Their inner thoughts, right? Just like the scripture said, they're declaring their sin as Sodom and as Gomorrah. Okay? That's the Lord preparing their answers for that judgment. Okay? Especially when you see what's going on with Eve right now, man. Flipping out over this abortion shit. Here it is, right? Eve, y'all have more abortions than any other group of people, man. They were showing this one chart how the so-called black population in America has only grown 3% over 40 years. It usually hovers around between 10 and 12%, man. Meanwhile, Latinos are going up. Okay? And a large part of that is because y'all are aborting literally damn near 500,000 babies a fucking year. Okay? And you're giving them up to the Apostle Gabar went into that. That's a sacrifice to Baal, man. Yeah. You know, but this World War III is kicking off. Last night, Israel was bombing the capital of Iran. All right? They got the fighter jets through, which is very significant. Okay? Because, you know, shooting a missile on somebody's one thing, but when you infiltrate their airspace like that, it's another thing entirely. So the Lord is setting these people up for the stage to receive that nuclear punishment, man. This is verse 2, and then we'll get into 1 Thessalonians. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes. And we could see that with these people. These people got their own little made-up conscience and their own little God in their head. Their own little personal moral compass, man. And what are they basing that off of? They're basing that off of what the so-called white man is pushing out there. What he considers right and wrong. Just like it says in 2 Thessalonians, you know, he speaks as if he's the Most High. Like, this is right and this is what's wrong. Okay?
Isaiah 60, it talks about how the people was covered in gross darkness, you know. And the Lord also said who would choose the delusion. So these people's under a delusion.
Yeah. They're being tossed to and fro by the Medea, which is the goddess of illusion. Okay, you can go on it into that selected. I just had to bring that out, man, because these people are fucking gone, man. They're so gone. I mean, yes, it is beautiful that more people are waking up. Even even those outside of Israel are getting into conspiracy theories now. It's the hot topic, you know. But at the end of the day, they're just extras, you know. That's where the uproars of the people are majorly going to come from.
Oh, can I get this real quick?
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
And the scriptures say that Esau would turn everything upside down as the potter's clay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everybody's moral compass is flipped. Okay, everybody's moral compass is flipped. You got to turn to the east. You got to turn to these more eastern ways, man. They're more in line with what the scriptures say than this Western culture. You got these people out there saying, Christianity's the religion of Western civilization. No, it's not. These scriptures, man, they condemn Western civilization and Western culture. Mm-hmm. Okay? Y'all created that illusion and put it out there on the earth, and the people blindly accepted it through your Roman Catholicism. All right, brainwashing people for thousands of years, man. Is that it on there?
Yeah, I'm done. You got
it. We get that in there.
This the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verses 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Right, and that's what's coming to these women, man. You know, that's what's coming primarily to these women, because their minds are all messed up, man. Their eyes are evil towards their own children that are still in their bosom, their belly, technically, right, in the womb. You know, read that again, Bible Show.
It's the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 5, verses 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
All right, thief in the night. You don't know when it's coming, man. How many of us sitting in this room knew that Israel was going to attack Tehran last night? You know, and it was a very significant attack, man.
We had an idea that an attack was coming soon, due to the information being put out there, because apparently the U.S. Israel's information the day it was leaked, right? That it was leaked that they was going to attack certain facilities or certain locations in Iran. But we already know all of this. It's all a show, you know. They letting us know certain stuff on purpose, and they pushing certain narratives, just like them putting out the information about China and America around Taiwan. So that situation heating up too, and all of these things is going on right before elections in a couple weeks.
See, and these other nations, they take advantage of that. They know every 4 years America's got to behave a certain way, whereas their leaders, when they get elected, most of the time they're in for life. You know, so you could plot out a dynasty like that. You know, you don't need to worry about pissing off this group of people and facing backlash from it because it's a fucking election year. Can you imagine if there was no election this year? It would be all Biden would be going crazy. He'd be telling the military, do whatever you want to defend them kikes, man. It's like, I didn't mean to say that.
No, you good. This is Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 22. It says, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Cut asunder and broken, man. You know, cut asunder and broken. It's being broken a lot from the inside. You know, pressure from within. You know, the American society's all crumbled.
Mm-hmm.
There's no moral compass. The infrastructure is decayed. You know.
It's no but confusion.
Yeah.
Nothing but fucking confusion, man.
Confusion.
Great
It's gonna be
confusion.
more confusion.
Fucking garbage and shit everywhere. You know,
Literally
crime's
dust.
going crazy. You know.
It's literally confusion and dust.
It's
Right.
not gonna be much longer before the ultimate, the ultimate coup de grace hits, man.
Yeah, this place is degrading by the day. You know, it's fucked up, man. You can't really you can't go a day without seeing some abominable work or something abominable or hearing something abominable. Rather it's a conversation, rather it's something you see on your phone or TV. You know, every day you're gonna see something to remind you that you in Babylon. Even your own condition reminds you how you in Babylon. You know, how we barely fucking surviving in this shithole, man. You know, and we get why we in our condition, so we cool with it. We understand why we here. You know, the nightmare is almost over. You know, at least we understand why we live paycheck to paycheck and we barely making it. At least we understand it. You know, but for what we're doing, there's a reward for that. You know, it's a crown of righteousness for that. It's everlasting life. There, you know, you just got to suffer. We suffering right now, and it's okay. You know, it's all right. It's all good, man. Cause at least we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, you going through that long ass tunnel. You feel like it ain't gonna never let up, but you see light, and that's us. So like,
Yeah, I got a perfect preset for that too. You just said light. You just said light. I'm sitting there holding it. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 14. Ye are the lights of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. You know, again, you just saying how we was the light. You know, and scripture says, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. You know, because we are the light of this world, and we telling the world that you're supposed to turn back to the Heavenly Father and His Son and rehearse the righteous acts and follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your capabilities, because righteousness is eternal life and righteousness is immortality. And the ways of this world is the complete opposite of righteousness, which is why we're surrounded by death. You hearing more about heinous crimes going on, things happening to children and babies by their parents or by their so-called loved ones. You hearing people killing their families or killing their loved ones, their boyfriends or their girlfriends. You know, you just hear and see a lot of
more violence.
Yeah, more violence. Yeah, and nothing good no more. Everybody going to jail now.
And the scriptures say that the mirth of the land is gone. I know you want to read that. I can feel it. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it was backing up on what you said. Yeah. This second Ezra 7 and 18, it says, nevertheless, it shall suffer straight things. It's like you were saying, you know, how we suffering, but we suffering for a crown.
Yeah, we suffering for a crown. And on top of that, it's like we suffering, but the Lord's still making a way for us. You know, like we suffering, but we still eat. We suffering, we still get to and from work. And that's how you got to look at it. The little things that the Lord, how He still makes a way. You know, so
we still blessed.
Yeah, we still blessed. Like we still could go to sleep with a pillow on the bed. That's a blessing. Imagine how many people out there who just wish they had a bed and a pillow, man.
There's a lot of people out there.
and we're blessed with the vision of what's going on, man.
Yeah,
a lot of these people, they're losing their minds they're getting stressed out over the things that they see, the judgments that they see going on.
Point right there.
You know, they're afraid to send their children to school because everything's so bad now. You know,
some people stressed out over these elections.
Yeah, imagine being fucking stressed out over an election.
Over Kamala Harris and Trump.
Yeah, you a common citizen and you stressed out about the election. You just a nigga that go to work every day. Like, fuck, it's stressing me out, man. If Trump get in, we fucked. You know? And I did a little poll the other day at work. I was clowning around, and I was going around asking people why they don't like Trump, and they all said the same shit. He's racist. I said y'all just dumb, man. Like it shows that they're media driven. You know, people are media driven, man. Mm-hmm. Whatever the media says, that's what the common people think.
Mm-hmm. Right? They just make shit up. You know, and Trump was on Joe Rogan last night. I seen a clip. He got like 10 times as many views as Beyonce at the Harris rally, and he was getting into that about how the media just makes up so much shit about him. You know, he was talking about how basically the media, if they don't like you, they'll just make up anything about you and try and bury your character. And it's not just him that it happens to, you know.
And the fact that they had Beyonce and Kelly Rowland out there for Kamala Harris, this shows you how they can easily get Jake with celebrities. Mm-hmm. You know, because Trump don't do shit like that.
No, he don't.
He don't got to bring out the when he go to that state, he don't bring out the famous people from that state. Mm-hmm. Like Kamala Harris, she fucking got Quavo when she went to Georgia.
Eminem.
Yeah, she go to Houston. Beyonce is from Houston. Yeah, so she got to bring out people from that, you know.
Usher.
But they know Jake is persuaded by that shit.
Because that's idol.
Yeah, it's a form of idol worship. Yeah, it is.
Bringing out the lesser witches, man.
Yeah, Jake's simple as fuck, man. It's a fucking circus.
Well, yeah, I'm hearing a lot of those guys like Usher and Eminem and fucking Beyonce. There's all kinds of footage going out that they were at them Diddy parties, man. Mm-hmm. That's what they do. They take them and they say, you know what, you got to do this and you got to do that because we got you, you know?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to finish this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to read it. This second Ezra 7:18, it says, nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for why. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things and yet shall not see the why. You know, so... our people they don't have no vision. Not even only Israel, even these regular Edomites and heathens in the world. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And they really believe in this system, man. Like Jake believes if you don't vote, that it's gonna change your position, and it's not, because if you knew Bible prophecy, you knew that the things that are in the scriptures are coming no matter what. You know, so voting doesn't matter. But they don't see it from the standpoint we see it. And we know that they don't see it from the standpoint we see it. So we just play the game with them. You know? And I don't have a problem telling none of you regular ass citizens I ain't voting, man. All right? I don't got a problem with that. You know? Fuck voting, man. That shit is for simple-minded motherfuckers in this society, man.
Losers, man.
I cast my vote for Yahweh Shai, man.
Like Jim Carrey used to say in Ace Ventura, the herds. Yeah. That's what you all are. A bunch of the herds.
We supposed to be casting your vote for Yahweh Shai, man. You know? Because we want the Lord to come back, man. Fuck this system. Fuck this society, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, man, if my man Trump gets in there, who's he going to put in charge of technology? He's going to put Elon on there. He said he's got an administrative position going for him, you know? And Elon Musk is in the world of technology and cryptocurrencies, Web 3.0 technology, you know, shit like that, payment systems. He's the guy. He's like the Bill Gates of that world. Mm-hmm. He has a tremendous amount of influence, man. Absolutely amazing amount of influence. This guy, I remember a few years ago, he tweeted a picture of a dog he adopted and named it. And then fucking somebody goes and makes a crypto after it, and it goes to billions of dollars. Mm-hmm. That's the influence that man has over that shit, man. Mm-hmm. So if anybody's gonna get this new digital system, this MOTB system, the infrastructure of it, start to make it into the mainstream, it's gonna be that guy.
Him and Bill Gates.
And he could do it quick.
All right. I got some. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Ooh, well, hey, I mean, those of us brothers that are a little on the older side, mm-hmm. We remember before the days of the internet and everything started getting out there, America was seen as the good guy on the world stage. There was a time when over 80% of transactions in the world were used by the US dollar. Now it's barely at 60. You know? And America was seen as the good guy. People were begging America to help them and this, that, and the other thing.
Babylon used to even have a good feel to it, if you're being honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we was in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
There used to be a lot of things to do. There used to be people outside. There used to be fruit trees in our neighborhoods. You can go outside and pick berries. You would have pear trees, apple trees. I remember having fruit trees in my grandmother's backyard. Just berries, like berries to fall on the tree all over the ground and shit.
Mm-hmm. People
there used
were
to
a lot.
Be sap coming out the trees and shit.
People were a lot more
The air was
polite
different.
with each other, even if they didn't like each other. People at least had decent respect amongst each other, man.
The television shows were better. The cartoons was fun.
Now they're just remaking all the shit that I grew up with.
Yeah, shit had a good feel to it.
Pretty soon the Ninja Turtles, they're gonna do a Ninja Turtles movie. One of them's gonna be a fucking
transgender.
Yeah,
a transformer.
Michelangelo will be Michaela or some fucking shit.
Yeah, some dumb shit. Yeah.
Donatello will be Donna.
Yeah. That's really things that they do to these shows though.
They do. Yeah.
The fucking Flintstones.
Salakia. Incredible Hulk.
Oh.
They came out with the series The Hulk, and it's a woman.
Oh,
yeah, it's a green woman.
Yeah, She-Hulk.
Yeah, She-Hulk.
That's crazy.
Like, how you gonna take one of the strongest Marvel characters and come out with a fucking television show on TBS or some shit? She-Hulk. That's the Incredible Hulk, man.
And then when the ratings flop, they say it's because you're a misogynist or some shit.
Yeah.
They'll say that you're they'll blame toxic masculinity.
Well,
even
guess
though
what?
the show sucks.
Toxic masculinity is coming back into earth.
That's right.
You know, men are fed up.
Mm-hmm.
What's a lot?
There's a lot of these. Think about it. Last few years, we had a lot of masculine figures come up, man, like Andrew Tate and guys like that.
Yeah, the red pill movement,
pushing that vibration out there.
A lot of dudes with these podcasts, exploiting these women.
Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh and fit. It says, take the millstones and grind the mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
Right, undress the whore, expose her for their iniquities, man. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of things that got declassified over the last couple years that proved that the conspiracy theorists were true, man. Like a lot of shit that happened in Vietnam that was, not that makes America look like the bad guy that they never wanted out there. Things that were going on in Iraq, like they were taking depleted uranium that was left over from maintaining nuclear missiles, and they were putting it in barrels and shipping it in Iraq and blowing it up in schoolyards and shit.
Mm.
When that was going on, they whenever that shit would come out, they would throw out a distraction. Well, now that there's so much information out there, the distraction gets lost sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And right now, in the distraction with Jake is with these celebrities. Cat Williams came out earlier this year speaking on how a lot of celebrities was going to be getting caught up and going to jail. But now look, a whole shit ton of celebrities either going to jail or they got killed this year. They either got shot. A lot of these rappers got shot or they ended up in jail.
See, once you lose your influence and Esau Edom doesn't need you for his agenda anymore, he finds a way to you either fade into the abyss or he just gets rid of you entirely, man.
Yeah, he cracking down because especially his kingdom going down. Jay, come on now.
He needs all hands on deck.
Like, come on now.
Like, all right, we let you live your life. We let you ball out now.
Because really, like, all these rappers and stuff, they been doing shit that's off the wall, and Esau kind of like brush it off the rug, But now they're putting you in jail now.
Mm-hmm. Locking your ass up and using you for a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. For our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. That was it.
Yeah, and you got guys that deny that name, man, or won't put it at the forefront.
No, that wasn't it.
You got some camps. They'll mention Yahweh Shem Shai once in a great while, and then the other half of the time they're mentioning that Christ bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no straddling the fence, man. Now, if somebody comes up to your camp and, you got to speak verbatim, we'll say, oh, the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. But you guys are throwing that out there. Just saying Christ, 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 without the ignorantly called. Okay?
Mm-hmm. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Mm.
But that's getting into what the beginning. Can you read the beginning of that last script you just brought out, please?
Isaiah,
Yeah,
the whole one, or
just the beginning.
The first verse?
Oh,
Yeah.
come down. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Keep going.
Okay, keep going.
Take the millstones and grind the meal. Take the millstones and grind the meal. Uncover the lot, make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen, and I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
All right, yeah. It said, he shall take vengeance and not meet thee as a man, but it said, her nakedness shall be revealed, and her shame shall be uncovered. Her shame shall be seen, and this script says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. And those are the evil days that's getting ready to come, and that's why we're supposed to remember our Creator now, before those days, so we can have a covering.
Mm-hmm.
Because they say, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Because the days that's getting ready to come, these people are not going to have no pleasure in them. Right now, these people got having pleasure in the world. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take this trip here, or I'm gonna go shopping here, or just making plans to the world. Like example, we coming up and we in holiday season. This right now it's a party weekend this weekend because Halloween is next week, and so people gonna be partying this weekend all the way up until next weekend, and then after that, Thanksgiving, people go be partying those weekends too. With
The day before Thanksgiving is the biggest party day of the year, so to speak.
Yeah, the college kids go be home. So these are the days of pleasure. But the days coming, these days of pleasure is gonna be gone. And then people like to get real religious when shit get real. That's when people gonna be saying, "Oh God" or "Jesus this, Jesus that." Once they can't eat or once they see chaos and the days of pleasure is gone, because they didn't remember the Creator before the evil days came.
Yeah, this is the like you said, the pleasure season, man. Because you always wondered, the economy's always best in the summer. Why the fuck ain't there more sports going on in the summer?
Right.
All the sports are in the fall and winter to keep you to keep you inside staring.
Yep. Football, basketball.
Yep.
You got some else?
World Series going on right now.
Keep going. It's a lot. It says, "Sit thou silent and get into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy, upon the ancient thou hast heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So didst thou not lay these things to thine heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it."
And America thinks that, man. They think that they're the lady forever, no matter how much evil shit they do.
Yep.
You gotta follow the ways of the West because it's about freedom and love and all that bullshit, man.
And their form of freedom is wickedness. Their form of freedom is you can basically do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
and be what you want to be.
But then they'll
Who's
turn
our
into the
wills?
thought police once you say an opinion that they don't fucking like.
Yeah.
What happened to all that tolerance, man?
Or free speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, full of shit.
It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood,
Wow.
they shall come upon thee in their perfection.
Mm.
For the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Yeah, and that's and then you could see that with the minds of these people, man. They're so lost. They act like they don't even consider that World War III's at the fucking doorstep, man.
Right.
You know?
Come on now. It's right in all the news. It's right in front of your face.
They don't even consider it.
But niggas literally don't pay attention to that type of shit. That's why it's not gonna be. That's why the Lord's not gonna have pity, cause like niggas don't even know. They really don't know, cause they're not paying attention. They're completely lost.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we went on 19th right now, like they really don't know.
Yeah, they don't.
You know,
They really don't.
they just don't know, cause they don't pay attention to shit like that. You know,
They don't.
their minds are not.
It's not. It's in the cloud. It's
They don't care about what's going on in the real world. Like
Right.
Mm-hmm.
niggas just want to smoke and party
I got a quick preacher.
and pop pills. Go ahead.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 6, verses 1. It says, woe to them that are ease in Zion and trust in the mount of Samaria. Because right now our people is completely at ease, you know, and they trust in the shadow of Egypt, not paying attention to what's going on, you know, until they stomach touching their back.
Yeah, like if a nigga could sell a couple drugs, make a couple dollars, drive something that's, you know, so-called fancy to him, he's at ease.
Mm-hmm.
That's all niggas want is they want the easy, you know, they try to beat the system. Now the new thing is fucking scamming. Niggas are scammers now, man. They got credit card informations. You know, they like the scriptures say, they're wise to do evil. You know? They scamming like hell out here in society, man. Taking people's social security numbers, taking their information and scamming them. Bleeding their cards dry.
They just got caught with the the Chase
No
Bank?
remorse.
The Chase Bank where they had that exploit and it was all Jake taking the unlimited money.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I see
Now
the
they
video
gotta pay it back.
on TikTok on the PP loan.
Yeah, the
crying.
PPP loan,
She's
yeah.
crying and
Jake
shit.
was taking it. Now all these motherfuckers got, when that happened, now all these motherfuckers got businesses. Ain't none of you niggas had no business,
Right.
but you heard about a PPP loan. Now you making up business, you cheating the system. Esau always gonna come back for his, bro.
Yeah. Mhm.
He's coming back for his.
Yeah.
Like,
even if it's years later.
yeah, like
years later.
niggas wasn't paying their rent during COVID.
Hey, 4 years, 4 years later, now they coming back after.
Yeah, now you got a PPP loan warrant.
The scriptures say they commune of laying snares privily. A snare
got
to trap. They make these things to trap your ass, man.
Niggas got PPP warrants.
Yep. And
She crying and shit now.
She cries. She usually dropping.
She wasn't crying when she got that check.
They ain't sending your local police when they do that too. They're sending.
She
The
was
feds,
she
man.
was trying to make an excuse on how she was spending money, what she needed for, but Esau not hearing
oh,
that.
they don't
Yeah.
care.
Like Jake wasn't paying their rent during COVID. Them landlords came back for their money. A lot of landlords was like, fuck that. When the dust settled, they took people to court. And a lot of landlords won them cases. You know? Now some people probably got away with it and shit, but Esau gonna come back for his, man. Years down the line, he gonna get your ass.
That's $1,000. Come on now.
But,
Yeah.
but back to that
Come get that.
privy trap. He threw that money out there during the time of a pandemic and the world being on lockdown and people not being able to work and people not being able to
Provide, basically.
provide and bring in an income. So that was a trap.
Mm-hmm.
The unemployment, people getting in trouble for the unemployment. People was claiming unemployment that didn't even fucking work or didn't even have a job, so they getting in trouble. And then the PPP loan people, the PPE loan people, snatching up that money because they knew they could get a large lump sum of money if they fake had a business. So Esau Edom knew Jake was hurting, and Jake needed the bread, and Jake would jump on a situation to come up.
And then you
And
have
now
Niggas be living for the moment.
And then you have
Yeah.
legit businesses that really needed that money. They
Right.
couldn't get it,
That
and
failed.
they're mad at those people, man.
A lot of them failed.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses, thousands of businesses failed during the time of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's closing down right
Look
now.
at the fucking what was it, that hurricane relief? They weren't giving nobody money, man. It was in the form of a loan.
Fucking $700.
It was
You
in the
had
form of a
to
loan
apply for that
That
shit.
you had to apply for,
and pay back.
and they knew you couldn't even apply because you ain't had no electricity or no power.
Mhm.
How the fuck you go apply for something online and the internet down and the power ain't up?
Yeah, miles of rubble.
It's a lot. It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth."
Man, and I'm just speaking as a man, but you know, when you look at how these elites are operating, it's looking like the Lord is sending them false visions lately, man, because it seems like these elites, they're making a lot of mistakes towards pushing their NWO. Yeah, they're making a lot of, decisions that are, beneficial towards their agenda.
Were they getting sloppy with it?
Yeah, they're getting sloppy with it, man.
Yeah, but that goes to the Lord saying that their counsel should perish.
And their nakedness should be revealed.
Mm-hmm. And that's also being revealed, man. A lot the common people don't listen to the media no more, man. Except for Jake. Jake's the only one that still pays attention to that shit, man.
Heavy.
The fairy tale shit. Uninformed, man. Uninformed, have no discernment, But hey, Esau Edom, he makes it so easy to where you could be easily distracted, man. There's 100 different platforms, 100 different things you could waste your time on to keep you asleep.
And you went back to no discernment, and I'll be noticing that on the internet and videos, you gotta look at the comments sometimes. You can't believe everything you watch, or you can't believe everything you see, especially now, because even though you might be actually watching it, that shit could be fake due to this artificial intelligence. You could be watching a video and it could look real and sound real, but it could be. That shit could be fucked with.
And that's gonna be a big part of them using deception.
Yeah.
They could use your voice to, sound like people. They could use your face to make it look like you. It's complete deception. And that's what he's gonna do.
Making fake articles and shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Or taking like 75% correct articles and putting a AI based spin on it to where it's mastered psychology and gets you to believe that shit.
They can make you think that they killed a particular world leader by looking like him, or whichever type of war moves they want to make, but it's really not that person.
Yeah. Like yesterday, I was watching a video and I seen an advertisement, and it was the real person talking, and it sounded like him, but I knew what he was saying. He wasn't really saying it because I seen the video before, but it really sounded like he was saying. It really sounded and looked like he was saying what he was saying, and I'm like, they could really like that. Artificial intelligence is really dangerous.
Bro, they do that shit with Pat Mahomes and Chris Collinsworth. I see a lot of them where they'll have Chris Collinsworth's fucking raspy ass fruity voice on there talking about, well, imagine sticking your hands under this, having Pat Mahomes stick his hands under, and you get to snap the ball. Or look at the tush on Pat Mahomes, or
some fruity shit.
It probably really,
shit,
and it sounds just like him.
Yeah, it probably really look real. And it sound real.
And I think Esau gonna use that deception, especially when the economy gets worse and it crashes and there's no phones and he's going to control to where information is coming out. And then when people just low and they fucked up, they really gonna go for it, you know? Like because here it is, the economy open and people still being deceived, and you still have certain tools and items and you being deceived. I imagine when all that's taken away.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's a masterful liar, man. They just revised the jobs numbers down by 1.3 million. You know, and this goes back over 2 years. They were lying about the jobs numbers for 2 years straight, and they said, "Oh, we need to revise them. We got some new information out."
Yeah, but Biden go up there saying how the jobs, more jobs, and people like, where is that?
Yeah, where's the wages at? What, McJobs?
Furthermore, they're gonna use
AI jobs.
Furthermore, they're gonna use the deception and this persecution towards the prophets, man, because we're a huge threat to his society. You know, we're basically breaking down strongholds. So a lot of brothers are gonna face persecution, and you're gonna be put out there as an evil individual. just off the word, the T word, the TERR. You know the rest of it. You know, so we're gonna be put out there as these wicked, evil men, just based off of words that we're speaking out the Holy Scriptures. But we're enemies to this society because we stand with Yahweh Shai. You know?
There's a lot of these news anchors that are putting out there. They're putting that vibe out there that if you think a certain way, you need to be arrested. Yeah. They were doing that on MSNBC. Who's that bitch? The black bitch with the fucking shaved head. Oh, I can't stand her, man. Man, she might need 2 nuclear missiles to make her spirit right. But yeah, she's out there saying if you support this kind of ideology, you know, and then they were playing clips of her back in 2020 during the BLM riot. She was encouraging them to go riot and that, you know. But that goes into the leaders cause them to err. Okay, yeah. The leaders of our people cause them to err, man. Your Beyonces and your Jay-Z's and your fucking Cardi B's or whatever.
Kelly Rowlands.
Kelly Rowlands or your Ushers or your even Taylor Swift, man. I know, you know, she looks like a white girl. I think she's a Jake, but even them, you know. They tell you how to think. How you gonna let somebody, a total sellout, tell you how to fucking think, man? They all told the same line, but you Jakes, man, you're too dense in the mind to see through certain things. As long as you keep getting told a lie enough times, you'll believe it because you're too simple, man.
There's Isaiah 19:14. It says, "The Lord had to mingle a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. They have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit." So and that's why it's nothing but nonsense that's coming out of this society. It's just confusion and nonsense, you know, and distractions from what's really going on and what's going to take place. It says neither should there be any work for Egypt, and that's what we're seeing. You know, there's less and less jobs, the stores closing down. You know, and people are struggling.
And everything's becoming automated, digitized.
Yep.
They have less and less need for people, man. The same factories that you needed 2,000 people to fill up back in the day, now they only need a couple hundred because everything else is ran by machines and computers, man. You know?
Yeah, a lot of people in like higher positions, like CEOs and people in corporate and tech jobs, they out of work too. They need jobs, and they not looking for jobs below a certain pay grade either. They not looking to work at a Walmart or a Target or a fast food place or to be a plant or factory working out. They looking for a job that's not gonna go below
salary.
their pay grade.
If you're
they're looking for a salary.
They looking for a salary.
If you're financing a car and you got a mortgage and shit, you can't just go and work at Walmart, man. You need to make that income to pay for that
some
shit.
money, like
That's part of the trap too, man.
yes.
You know, making you live. They'll give you the debt to live off of, but you got to pay it back at a certain rate, or you lose your fucking house.
Yeah.
And people don't want to humble themselves to a lower position, lower state. You know,
in this society, a lot of people are afraid to say, "I ain't got it." Everybody's trying to live like they fucking got it, but you really don't.
Money be
That's a big part of social media. Everybody on social media wants to look like they have it, but if you know them,
They broke.
you know they ain't got it like that. You know, it's a facade. You know, we all go through shit. Sometimes you just ain't got it.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Got it. Shit.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
fucked up.
hey, struggle builds character. If you
good-
ain't got it, sometimes you just ain't got it. You ain't gotta make it seem like you got all this money and you doing all this shit when you really ain't got it.
Yeah.
You flew gazy.
Yeah, and these people that with these degrees and shit like that, they got used to living a certain lifestyle and got used to having a certain salary. They don't know they won't understand how it feels to go down and know what the bottom feel like because they were so used to living a certain way for so long. They like, yo, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do. Like,
then they get lifted up with proud. You know, you get pride when you start living that life on time, and then you looking down on others.
But now you get put in that position.
right.
And you think you look bad.
And they think they're so smart because they have a fucking degree.
Right.
These people, I see that with a lot of these Harris supporters, man. They think, oh, I got a degree in this and that and the other thing, and it's like
That's the main one.
but you're still stupid. You're still naive.
The majority of people in America are average Joes, man. There's nothing wrong with we average Joes.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about from a financial and living standpoint, we're average Joes. You know, everybody can't fucking be millionaires.
Right.
You know, America's basically ran off servants.
Mm-hmm.
At majority of the time, your job is to serve.
Right.
You know, if you in the factory, you're serving some way, one form of another.
A slave. Yeah.
You know, if you work in the kitchen, you serving.
And I heard a saying. They said just because you educated don't make you intelligent.
That's true.
Because, you know, a lot of these people, just because they went to college or this, that, and third, they say they're educated, it just means, okay, yeah, you can retain knowledge, you can hold knowledge, but that don't make you intelligent. Yes, you're educated, but you're pretty much programmed to think it how Esau Edom wants you to think. That don't make you intelligent. That don't make you intelligent. That don't make you that don't make you a critical thinker or have self-awareness.
What was one of the presidents that said that the Bible is higher than any form of college education? Look it up real quick.
I believe it was John Adams.
Yeah, look that up. He said that. He said the scriptures is basically the highest form of education you can get. It was a quote. And the half you dummies that go to these college systems, you learn what they want to. You don't learn anything about anything, man.
Right.
Like the bar was saying, you learn what they is you learn a curriculum.
And there was one president from back in the day who said they asked him why he was such a good president, and he said it's because I start my day reading the Bible for 15 minutes every day. And he said it makes me a better man because I think about everything I'm doing and that, which we know he's looking at it from the Christian POV, but still.
I'm not sure.
Just type in like the highest form of education. Bible.
Was it President Gordon B. Hick?
Gordon what?
It should pop up if you type in like highest form of education Bible president or something like that. It'll pop up. The algorithm will pick it up. But yeah, man. Basically, like a bar
basic knowledge of the Bible.
Yeah, being intelligent and being educated is two different things, man. You know, you could be educated according to this world and still be stupid as shit.
Ooh, this is the definition for naive.
Go ahead.
Because a lot of you women especially are fucking naive, man. You could have a damn rocket scientist or a brain surgeon, y'all are still dumb as a box of rocks, man. Having or showing a lack of experience, judgment, or information. Example, she's so naive, she believes everything she reads. That means lack of discernment, right? He has another example. He has a very naive attitude towards politics. Definition 2, having or showing unaffected simplicity of nature. Simplicity of nature, man. Oh, ye simple ones, how long will ye love simplicity, man? It's you naive fucking Babylonians, man. You know? Or absence of artificiality. Definition 3, having or marked by a simple, unaffectedly direct style reflecting little or no formal training or technique. Well, verse 2 was really the right one, man. Having or showing unaffected simplicity, man. There's a few more. Hang on, this shit. They opened an ad right over the fucking definition, man.
The internet is naive.
I'm about to bring out that quote right quick. This is from Theodore Roosevelt. A thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education.
There you go.
Who was that? Who
President
said that?
President Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh, it was John Adams who said he starts his day with reading the Bible.
They ain't bring that quote out in school.
Right. Because they want you to learn their curriculum. They want you to learn their ways.
And Theodore Roosevelt is a highly uplifted man in the so-called white man history.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord, because ultimately these nations hate you. All right? The majority of the nations hate you. That's why you're going to basically get jumped. You know, as strong as your military is, you're still going to lose because you're going to get jumped. You know, they're going to burn you with fire, with nuclear destruction. It says, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye were fat, Salakia, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. Your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall never be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her.
Now, what plan of action is there to overcome something like that? To survive something like that, man? What plan of action? It ain't gonna be building no damn bunker.
Right,
It ain't gonna be stockpiling cans of fucking beans and tuna fish in your basement.
Having your own farm.
Yeah. It ain't gonna be stocking up on shotguns and gas masks. You know, or going to Sam's Club and buying a fucking generator.
Right, all that shit is gonna be fucking put out, man. It's either you on the right or you on the left.
Yeah,
That might get you for the first couple days when shit breaks down, man. But at the end of the day, that makes you a target too.
It can even be the first couple weeks you'll be all right, but eventually, somebody will come knocking.
Yeah, you motherfuckers that you Edomites that live in these rich gated communities, don't you know it's gonna be gangs out there? Where you think they coming? Ain't shit in the inner city.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They going to the outskirts. They know where the money is.
Yeah.
And the city gonna be fucked.
They gonna tear them gates down.
Couple
like
days.
they show you in the Purge.
Couple days. All this shit right here.
Yeah.
On the shopping.
Yeah.
All these stores. All this shit be.
It's gonna be purged out.
A couple days.
That's why Esau make movies like The Purge. He shows you that
If
the
not
ones that
one
are
day.
the less fortunate is coming for the fortunate.
No wonder.
And the Lord will give you comfort in your mind and think that you're all right. Like, oh yeah, I got these shotgun shells. I got, my house fucking booby trapped. I got lots of cans of whatever, this, that, the other thing, water filtration. And then catch you off guard and somebody comes in and jacks your shit, man.
It's either you got the wall or not.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're gonna need divine intervention to survive. What we getting ready to go through. There's no way you could carnally prepare for what's coming, because
For the day of the Lord, you can't carnally prepare for the day of the Lord. It don't matter. Like the scriptures say, your money ain't even gonna be able to save you.
You cash your gold and silver out in the streets. You could have gold. You could have silver.
Idols.
You could have a motherfucking 50 cal one of them guns they be having in the movies that be tearing up airplanes and all of that. You could have have you a private jet.
But you got to think, everything that you naming, you have to have money to get. So once the Lord said that the money ain't gonna matter, it's over, because that's the only thing that keeps people lifted up with pride.
Yeah.
You got to have money to buy the shit to make you prideful. It all goes back to money.
Them fancy ass bunkers.
Yeah. Or the first thing somebody will call you is you broke, and that'll tear a nigga's whole conscience down because you broke.
You can't even party on a low level. You can't.
It's money. It's people with money, and it's people that's broke. That's what separates society.
Hey, you in the party but can't get a drink. You broke.
You broke.
And that's a low level. You only need a couple $2 for that.
Niggas get mad, but Jake get mad when they get called broke. Jake get mad as fuck. I ain't broke.
You broke, nigga.
But you really is broke. But you really are broke.
Shit is a conscience breaker.
Yeah. You got these Israelite women.
Eve and females.
Even call it Jake broke and she broke.
Yeah.
She broke too.
They call somebody broke.
But they broke.
Broke as fuck.
They looking for somebody to buy them a drink or get them something to eat. They broke.
Bro, our women are so proud.
So
the Lord scabbed the crown of the head of the sisters, the daughters of Judah, man. They can't even. They got fake hair on their head and they act like they're the shit.
Yeah.
You got fake hair on your head.
Oh man, that should
a dead person's hair,
and you proud.
And you're proud.
Mermaid blue.
All fat, out of shape.
The mermaid blue wig.
Blood sugar all fucked up. Got cellulite all over you.
And they don't even know, like that's actually a curse to you.
Sexy red spirit.
These females don't know that.
Nah, but in all seriousness, once the money ain't worth shit, man, people are doomed.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, the money is what keeps people prideful. If you got money, you could buy a nice car, you can get nice clothes, you can get a nice house. That's what makes you look good in society.
You could buy
having money.
You could buy a sword. You could buy you a gun.
Yeah, you can get best of food. Compared to somebody who don't got it.
Speaking of that, good. Man, I know somebody who hunts in that, and he said that the cost of ammunition is going fucking crazy the past 2 or 3 years. Absolutely insane. Like it's unaffordable. They're making it to where you got what you got. Mm-hmm. That's a sign of the times too. The fact that people are buying ammunition out of stock.
Yeah, because people believe that they could carnally protect themselves, but that's you're gonna have people like that are a part of the Lord's story. People are gonna be preppers. People are gonna stockpile. That's all a part of who people are. Us, we're gonna just have the faith.
Relying on themselves.
Yeah, and the Lord gave us enough examples that He exists. So we ain't gotta be like, well, does the Lord exist? Like, nah, like we know He exists.
You think you're gonna out-prep a millionaire or a billionaire, man?
Right.
Those billionaires, they got their own security forces, man. When nobody's eating or food is scarce, all they got to do to say to them security guards is, look, you and your families are taken care of with food, water, and shelter. Just protect us at all costs. They're going to be jumping to them elites, man. begging me, please hire me, be personal security. You know, you don't have that. 99% of people don't have that luxury.
Mm-hmm.
And
even with that, they're still scared of a bunch of brokies that got the truth.
Right.
But we in the times with like experience and certain skill sets is gonna matter. Just because you got an education or a fucking degree, that's not gonna make you necessarily valuable.
Right.
These niggas that got degrees and working in fast food restaurants. You know?
And it's a Masonic piece of paper.
You wasted all that time to get a degree, to get out of school, to do something else.
Yeah, to do something.
And a lot of you niggas got student loans. If I got student loans, you better believe I'm trying to fulfill that profession I went to school for, man.
Yeah. Hey, it's people with degrees working with people that don't even got a high school diploma.
Right.
Now, make that make sense.
Making the same amount of money.
Yeah, make that make sense.
And it just, but like when you leave high school, you really don't even know what you really want to do. You just kind of just like pressure, you kind of pressure to pick a topic.
What you going to college for?
I was about to, people be going to college picking dumbass Scientology.
First thing a nigga say, business.
Or theater. Or or business. You went to college.
First thing a nigga say
for business. Get out and
business administration.
Don't do shit that got to do with business.
I want to be a psychologist.
Nigga don't know shit about business, man.
I want to be a psychologist.
Now the smart thing to do if you was in Babylon, which I always say, is go to trade school.
That's what I'm talking about.
You go to trade school for 2 years, and when you come out of trade school, you actually know how to do that trade. It's like a physical trade.
You got a skill.
You're not indoctrinated.
Yeah, a skill. You know, you might go to trade school. You might go how to be a welder, a mechanic, a fucking some shit like that. That when you get out of there, you can go provide to society. You know, you might know how to fix a car now. Now you know how to weld some shit. Now you know about refrigeration.
Right.
Or so you provide to society. Niggas go to college and don't even finish.
Right.
You know?
Motherfuckers go to college for criminal justice and get out and work in a hospital.
Or be in the street.
They go to college to be a fucking social worker. Never make enough to pay their loans off.
And the bitch end up being a CNA. Wiping ass for $15. We see it, man.
It don't make sense.
Make it make sense. That's Babylon, though.
Business.
Go ahead, read that, then we're gonna get out of here.
This is Matthew 16:1. The Pharisees also came with the Sadducees, and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people now, they have a sense that there's danger incoming.
Yeah, no.
But they don't understand that danger.
The level of it.
Yeah, the level of it. And then you have the rest of people that are just completely fucking naive, man. Like, we went to the definition of naive, you know? But that's one thing that the prophets were given, was the signs of the times and the discernment of it. You know? Like our apostles, they've been telling us the past couple of years, you know, to be patient, you know, things are happening. You know, we don't understand time the way that the Most High does, because we're in this flesh, we're so-called biological beings or whatever.
And you would be stupid to go back into the world anyway. You might as well wait it out. You know?
In the world.
So, what the fuck is back there?
Fire and brimstone.
Ain't nothing to look forward to.
You know? You might as well just ride it out, man, and just be patient and just serve the Lord. We got the blueprint.
You sitting here trying to build up Babylon, but in New York State, they got a proposition that they're putting forth to where non-citizens can vote in local elections, man. You're sitting here acting like you're making a change because you're voting, but yet you got people that aren't even citizens that can do it. So how do you know that your shit even matters, man? How do you know they're even counting it? They could just make up the numbers and attach names to them.
Hey, presidents are selected, not elected. And furthermore, fuck putting your trust in princes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck putting your trust in princes.
You already got a king.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfucking politicians and these elected officials are all for they self anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's like it's like an ego booster for them, man. You know, your local senator, your mayors. It's an ego booster when they get those positions. They really ain't for the people.
The mayors and the governors and all that shit. I mean, how many how many mayors and governors has New York State went through, Niagara Falls, Buffalo area, and it's still a fucking shithole.
It's still a shithole.
It's just a different kind of shit.
You got to get out and vote.
I got pretty sure.
It's about to be a lot of motherfucking circle I voted pins walking around this bitch.
Oh,
Man.
people posting that shit all over social media. I voted for so and so.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verses 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the Hashem Yahushai, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord.
And right now, our people are in the state of idol worship with this damn Kamala Harris shit, man.
Their emotions are supercharged. And that's how you throw Jake off. He supercharges emotions about something.
All you gotta do is get a fucking face that look like this nigga, the same color, and he gonna vote for you. All right? Furthermore, she's not an Israelite, man. Esau's playing on your fucking emotions. And then you got all these black men, man, see, y'all just don't want to get behind the black woman. Hell no, we don't.
She married to a 48er, and everybody that's running her campaign is white people.
She ain't get behind a black man.
Yeah, you talking about her, she married to a damn Edomite. And of the woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all died. So no, and furthermore, this beloved country that you love so much is not going to be respected if a woman is running it, man. It's not going to get as much respect as you think it's going to get.
Especially her, man. She can't even do a 15-minute interview on the show 60 Minutes. Like, come on, man.
So, hey, DTA, man, we'll say that, all right? Because we ready for the kingdom of heaven to be established. All right? And no, we ain't voting for none of these clowns, man. We're voting for Yahweh Shai to come back. So with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. All right, Lord willing, you were edified. Shalom.